Hello, welcome again in my channel. Today we are continuing our story. Yeah, we will read about Sleeping Beauty. Ready everyone? Okay, let's start it. Sleeping Beauty. There was once a king and queen who seemed to have everything that anyone could possibly want. They had a lovely palace, huge estate, and all the people in the kingdom loved them. Yet, still they longed for just one thing more, a child of their own. Then, after many a sad and lonely year, a baby daughter was born. The king and queen were so happy. "We shall give a party to celebrate," announced the king. "And all the fairies shall be invited," cried the queen. So the invitations were written, ready for birds to take them to all parts of the kingdom. Nobody saw one invitation fluttering down into the lake. It was the invitation for the fairy Carabosse. When she heard there was to be a royal party and she was not invited, she was furious. She ran to the palace where the other fairies were gathered around the cradle, ready to bless the royal baby with gifts of kindness, happiness, and beauty. "Ha!" screamed a cruel, mocking voice. "Hit the spell of Carabosse. On her 15th birthday, the princess will prick her finger on a spindle and die." With a wild cackle of laughter which rang all around the palace, Carabosse swept out, nodding her head in satisfaction to hear the gasps of horror behind her. The fairies knew Carabosse was far more powerful than them. "But perhaps," one said at last, "we can put our magic together and change the spell just a little." "It means the princess will sleep for 100 years when she pricks her finger," she told the king and queen. "But at least she will not die." "All the spindles in the kingdom must be broken," cried the king. "Then our child will be safe." Soon the evil spell was forgotten. The princess grew beautiful, often dreaming of the handsome prince she hoped to marry one day. As the day of her 15th birthday approached, the king and queen planned the most splendid party. All the servants were very busy. So the princess was left alone to wander through the grounds by herself. And that is how she came across a little door she had never seen before. Soon, the princess was climbing a staircase which led to the very top of a higher tower. There sat an old woman at a spinning wheel, something completely new to her. "Come, learn to spin, my dear," chuckled the old woman. "Just take the spindle." And in one terrible instant, the weak spell of Carabosse came true. The beautiful young princess pricked her finger and fell to the ground. And even the wild scream of laughter from Carabosse faded into complete silence. Throughout the kingdom nothing moved. The grass, the bushes, and hedge around the palace grew tall and thick. The story of the Sleeping Beauty became a legend, a tale which parents told their children, until one day a brave prince decided to try and discover the truth. On and on he rode until he came to the forest, so thick and dark there seemed no way in. But as he raised his sword to cut through the greenery, a strange thing happened. The forest of trees and bushes parted, so that he could lead his horse to the palace. Nothing had changed since the day when the evil spell of Caraboss had come true. The prince went through the little door and climbed the stair. The last thing he expected to see was the princess, still young, still fast asleep. She was so lovely. The prince fell in love with her at once. As he bent to kiss her, she opened her eyes and gave him a sweet smile. At the same moment, the birds outside the window began singing. The leaf rustled in the breeze, and a bell sounded in the kitchen. The long sleep was over. The prince had shown that love and courage could triumph over the worst evil. And the princess, she knew he was the sweetheart she had always dreamed of marrying one day. Well, that's it. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.